Excellent. We are buried all the way in there. Let's see if that, I guess it didn't seal it. Nope. So we don't try to get it all in at once. We're just going to give it a good squeeze. Tires are pretty resilient. A lot of work to actually get one of these tools into it. There we go. Let's just get a couple more of these. Okay, let's do it like this. But like Christmas, everything's going to be sealed right here, but let's just make sure. They put some holes in this guy.
All right, go for it.
Bubbling, guys. It's huge. You know, this is a really massive. Well, I don't know if I can do this. I might collapse the table. We're going to see though. So get a little bit. Get it in there. Here's where we're going right now. Y'all gotta believe in Dilloz. You know I do. Onewheel. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of this box here. And
camera magic.
Woo, check that out. Brand new Vega, brand new board. So the tool again, 16-penny nail, and we're gonna pop it on in. There we go. Work it in, and excellent. We are buried all the way in there. So there we go. Now, is that still leaking?
Oh yeah, I hear it.
I can actually, yeah.
We're
here.
Slowly dropping.
Yeah, you can actually just hear this thing leaking. So again, I mean, it's ridiculous as it is. I mean, we're gonna try to do what we can here. Again, as we see this, I mean, you can just see it blowing up these bubbles. And so, I mean, I think that it's pretty obvious here that this is, you know, more than the stock sealant can handle. And again, this is, you know, it's a 16-penny nail, okay? So this is not, to be fair, the stock sealant can probably handle a staple or something small like that occasionally. That also fails there occasionally as well, but real quickly, let's just kill that bubble and we're gonna make a few more here. Clearly still leaking, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and pressure this tire up just to, you know, get a little higher pressure in here. Actually, you know what?
Do you want to put it on and run it on the floor real quick to get the slime spinning?
Sure, let's do that. Sure, let's do that. Just in case, maybe that's gonna make a difference. Let's ride around the office a little bit. Let's find that hole, shall we? Oh, right there it is. Now, look deep in that hole. You're going to see that there is green stuff coming out of it there. And again, let's just see if that, I guess it didn't seal it. Nope. Definitely did not seal it. We're going to take a full bottle of Armor-Dilloz. So, you know, I mean, when we say that this is a thick, tough sealant, we mean it. Now, with that being said, one of the things that I think it's important to also describe, and I'm going to use a card here to actually show you this. So this tire sealant isn't just about, you know, being thick. Thick is good, but thick is only good if you can get the product to where it needs to go. So if this didn't, you know, flow inside the tire, unfortunately, it would just, you know, stick inside of it, and you would need a lot of product to be able to get enough to a puncture to actually make it work. Well, that's what slime does, in fact. A lot of people don't know this, but slime really sticks to the inside of the tire. So we're going to do something here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of it right here on the top of this card. And now you'll notice that instead of this thing being a coherent mess, look at this. Look how it does that. Notice how it just creates a nice little trail of lubricated area behind it, and it just slides around freely. Now, why is that important? Well, what that means is instead of this trying to coat your tire, it's leaving just simply a very light coating inside the tire and moving freely in there. Now, that means a couple of things. Number one, it means getting it out of balance is pretty darn hard to do because it doesn't stick inside of it. And secondarily, what that really means is that maximum product is available to the tire at any point where it's punctured. So there's basically this material moving freely inside of the tire, so a large amount of it can get to any area where it needs to be sealed. We want to go ahead and stick this inside of the valve core here. And we're going to basically do this in squeezes. So we don't try to get it all in at once. We're just going to give it a good squeeze, and then we're going to let it breathe. So we let it breathe, give it a little shake. Let's go ahead and just put in another puncture here. And you know, these tires are pretty resilient. A lot of work to actually get one of these tools into it. So, if you think punctures are easy to do, they're just not. I'm here to tell you. Hear that leak? So, and we're just going to go for one quick rotation here. Nothing very quick, nothing very slow, just a little rotation there. And let's test it. Huh, look at that.
Wow.
No leak. Okay, so yeah, well, we could probably do this all day long. In fact, let's just, right here in this area, let's just get a couple more of these guys in there. All right, let's do it like this.
Oh my God.
Right, so, flip upside down. Oh, stopped. Okay, so, yeah, and look at it, looks like Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So we got one there that's a little stubborn. I'm gonna give it one more rotation. Just one more rotation here. And just like that, it truly is Christmas. Your presents have arrived. Okay, so, well, yeah, okay, that's fun.
For those of you that don't hear it, it's crazy. As the wheel spins, it goes dead silent from ear leaking.
So again, right here, we can see that we've got a lot of holes there. Now, sometimes it takes a few rotations and a minute or two for stuff to seal, but these are pretty small. So my expectation is everything's going to be sealed right here, but let's just make sure. Looks sealed to me. Now, and so let's compare this to, you know, something you're going to recognize. You know, this is it's a decent size, about the size of the thickness of the foot pad. Here, if you look right there, you can see it's just about the thickness of the foot pad, maybe little over half, 3/4, something like that. Pretty thick stuff, though. This one, well, it's a lot thicker than the foot pad. So, and it's, of course, it's about the size of one of the heads of the screw here. So almost will cover the entire head of the screw.
Yeah, I'm going to show them all these puncture marks up close now, so
By all means.
they can really know what went into this.
We definitely put some holes in this guy.
All right, go for it.
Go for it.
Oh, wow.
So now we're going to go ahead and put the one wheel back up here. All right. Now, I think we're just going to flip this upside down. That way, when we pull this out, we're going to see the results of tire sealant getting to it immediately.
Let me go back to you.
Now, this is actually representative, and I'm going to hold it up kind of like this so you can get a better view. This being down at the bottom is kind of representative of what you'll get when you get a puncture out in the real world, because it's going to be facing down. You don't tend to get holes in the top of your tire, you tend to get them in the bottom. So anyways, when we get a hole this size, so there we go. If you'll notice, that's not leaking, guys. So you give that just a quick little spin around here.
Wow.
So let's go ahead and so what we're going to see is sometimes these holes will start, you know, they'll have a little bubble here or something like this. Now, this is not to be unexpected, okay? It's not really a leak. What that really is just more of the material moving through, more fibers packing in. So you'll see a little bubble come up sometimes at first. Even sometimes for the first few days after a fairly major puncture, you're still going to see a little bubbling and a little bit of stuff like that happening. Now, don't worry. Doesn't mean it's not working. In fact, quite the opposite. It means that those fibers are packing in there and they are working. So, all right, so we're going to go check all those old holes there, just to make sure none of them opened up. Okay, well, looks like all the old holes are still pretty okay. Jamie, if I can get you to come in close with that cell phone shot.
I'm trying to frame this up so I can get the other camera on too.
Oh, fine.
Oh, that was good.
All right.
Nice assist with the stand there. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Let me show you what, because you haven't even seen what it's looking like. So that's what's going on live right now.
Oh, that is cool.
Let me back out of my shot.
That is really cool.
Yes, that's what the whole world's seeing right now.
It's not bubbling, guys. So we just put this on there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to leave this here at the top, which is of course the bigger challenge. And we're actually going to put on a timer because. All right, start. There we go. Timer is running. Okay, awesome people. So leave it 10 minutes here, and as you can see, we're doing fine here. hasn't kicked back on, so let's find out. Look at that. Zero bubbling, guys. So pretty significant little puncture here we're about to put in here.
Let me see that up close.
So again, and we're going to compare this to the bottle cap for size. This is huge. You know, this is a really massive puncture that we're about to put in this tire. Where should we go? Let's go to the other side. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to try to do this while we keep this on the table. I don't know if I can do this. I might collapse the table. We're going to see though. So get a little bit of a turn here as I do it. Boy, this is difficult. I have to stretch a lot of rubber out of the way. So. Well, we're getting it in there. Just takes a lot of work and wiggling it, and we'll get it in there. All right. Victory. Now, this is a convenient way to carry your one wheel. You know, obviously going to work great for that. So, whew. Well, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull this out this direction this time, and we're going to do this a little differently. I'm going to go ahead and allow the air to escape. You're going to hear how quickly this is deflating. Obviously, that way you know that I'm not cheating here and somehow have a collapsible tool that's hiding itself as I put it in the tire. Okay, so y'all ready? Done. Just like that, it's sealed. So this is where stock slime failed. We just stuck this tool into the tire. So that's the difference right now. You've seen it work. You know that it'll do this larger one significantly more than a 16-penny nail. However, here's where we're going right now, okay? That's a lot of difference. That's a whole lot of difference. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stick this 50 caliber sized puncture tool into this tire. And we're gonna see what happens. So again, guys, let's go. That's a lot of work, guys. All right, that did not seal. So that may be the maybe the limit, guys. We're not gonna give up that easy though. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let it leak down. And sometimes we've found that whenever you have these really big ones that blow out like that, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wipe up the mess. We're gonna put in another bottle of Dillo. And where you bring up the pressure slowly, sometimes those fibers can form a little bit more effectively. Now, one of the other problems we had here. So we're rated for 1/2 inch at pure Dillo. This is not pure Dillo. This was Dillo mixed with slime. So this may just actually continue to fail for a little while because of the fact that this is a mixture of 50-50 slime and Dillo. So if this does fail, we'll come back and do another live stream for you guys where we do a pure Dillo, just without the slime in the tire. However, my guess, God, that was a mess. My guess is that we've actually just blown out all the slime. So we'll be able to get pure Dillo in here now, and let's try that out. So, real quickly, what a bloody mess. By the way, you guys talk about cleanup, check it out. What a cleanup, right? So, doesn't make any real mess, it just wipes right up. Those were dry rags, not wet. Now, let's see if we can get this guy to seal. All right, guys, ready? So. All right, now we got some more Dillos back in the tire. Y'all ready? Where is that puncture at? Right
there.
There, giant hole puncture, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Still not leaking. 37, still going. We're gonna get to use that 3/4 inch tool today, guys. I'm telling you, I'm gonna murder this Vega, but it's gonna take a 3/4 inch tool to do it. We're at 36.5, and there's 37. So we're gonna go ahead and take this guy off real quick. Now, real quickly here, look at that. That's all we lost. Woo! Okay, now let's go again. I bet you guys just thought that we lost the game, huh? All right. Y'all gotta believe in Dillos. You know I do. Do a little pressure down test here. still not leaking, by the way. It is absolutely not seeping. It is not leaking. It's pretty darn good for a half inch, huh, guys? All right.
The PSI is holding.
PSI is holding. So we're at 17 minutes now. I'm going to start disconnecting this. Here's what we're going to do. Real quickly, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go live on my phone. So if this kills the stream, I'm sorry. I'm hoping it won't, but I'm about to go live on the Armor-Dilloz page. So if you guys can join us, I'm going to carry my phone with us. And as you can see, we're still at, no pressure lost over a couple minutes. Just 1 minute here. I'm going to be right. Jimmy, can you hold that for just 1 second, just like that pointed at me? I'm going to put on some wrist protection here. Hope I don't need it, but I like the skin where it is in my hands. All right, now pop out here, and I'm going to lock up the office. This is unbelievable. Listen to this. That's not the puncture. That's just this tire grabbing everything on the street. I'm going to back up just a second. Jamie, hold on. I'm just going to back up a little bit so we get some of those rocks out of there. There we go. Now we're going again. Okay, we're going to cut across here in a second. Not yet, because I got Jamie following me. We're going to go up to the light, maybe do this like a proper gentleman. We'll see. And again, just for those of you who are just catching up, this tire that I'm riding on here is a brand new Vega that we've actually just put a bunch of holes in, including up to a half-inch hole on the live stream. And so, if there's any question whether this works, I think we should put that pretty much to rest. So. I promised you some tire carnage. I think we've had enough success for the day. Let's do something stupid. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give Jamie this as well, so he can hold this with you guys. And I'm not doing
enough. I only have like 5 cameras going.
Jamie needs something to do. He gets bored very easily. So Jamie, can you come in real quickly and just, this is a half-inch puncture tool. Again, we punctured it with this tool. We tested it, we rode it, we beat on it. It's fine. This was fun. But, yep, more power, guys. So we're gonna go from a half-inch to a 3/4 inch. Now, I fully expect this isn't gonna work. Let's try it. This is not supposed to be a success. If this is a success, something's wrong in the world. Maybe, glitch in the matrix, whatever, but let's find out. So, let's roll this guy forward. Where is our giant hole? Right there she is. So it's pretty remarkable when we actually look at this. If you'll come over here and look at this, Jamie, this is the giant hole. That's a 1/2-inch puncture after riding around and letting it seal. This is the, funny enough, that's the slightly smaller puncture. So, you know, we're gonna leave that giant hole over there, and we're gonna come over here. By the way, guys, look at the size of this thing in there. Just trying to even get this in. I don't know how I'm even gonna get this in there. This is pretty ridiculous and ludicrous, but we're gonna just do what we can here. And I'm gonna just, holy cow.
Let me get to where I can actually see it.
This is incredible, guys.
Having to control 3 cameras at once still.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So, you guys ready for this? 3/4 of an inch puncture. And I just want you to come look at this hole in this tire. I mean, it's massive, guys. I mean, we just stuffed this thing into this tire. It doesn't get any worse. That's as bad as it gets. All right, it is currently calibrated 0. Let's see if it'll hold any air at all. Oh, I hear it making noise. 10 PSI, 11, holding 11 PSI so far, guys. Now we're not here yet, we're not done, okay? But that's 13. We're gonna take it up to 20, and I'm gonna stop it, okay? Because 20 is, well, that's ludicrous already, so. Sounds like we might be out of Dillo.
Oh yeah.
This is just draining out right there. Yeah. So, guys, no 3/4 inch holes. I think this pretty much conclusively proves it. 3/4 inch hole will not seal with Dillo. 1/2 inch? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So again, not magic. This is science, guys. You know, there are limits to what we do, but the limits are extreme, truly extreme. If you want something that's been tested, proven, tested again, refined continuously, Armor-Dilloz is the product.